It's paused. Why is that? So there's no, wait up, there's no streaming? That would kind of suck. Let me check it out. That would be funny though. No. Oh, there is. Oh, wait. LOL, there is. So, I guess welcome back to my live stream. My Ps4 says broadcast. Oh wait, was it? Maybe it says gameplay paused. Holy shit! I'm so stupid. So, Tecmo Koei finally released their core pack for Dead or Alive 6, and I was like, okay, let's see what Dead or Alive 6 is, because you know, kind of a little bit like Soul Calibur 6. I am like, what's the difference between Soul Calibur 6 and Soul Calibur 5 or 4? And I had the same feeling with Dead or Alive 6. Like, what's the difference between Dead or Alive 5 and 6 with only the graphics? I mean, from what I can tell, basically all the characters are the same. That's kind of lame, to be honest. Yeah, PS4 says buy the DLC. I don't give a shit though. Okay, so I know that they changed the core packs quite regular, but I mean, he told me the Fist of Innocence. Okay, she looks weird. I mean, graphically it looks good, I guess. Lai Fang, Brett Wong. So Diego, is he a? I haven't seen him in Dead or Alive 5. Helena, she looks weird. Nico is, I think that's also a new character. Why is Ayan so weird though? Rig, Bass, I mean, Kokoro, Zack, Kasumi, Bayman, that isn't she Nina or Lisa? She's just called Lisa, right? Tina, of course, Mila, I like her. Christy's my favorite character, and Raido. So basically, in the character roster, I'll be honest, in the character roster, it's basically almost the same as Dead or Alive 5. Oh, they're all locked. Boo! Why are they locked? Okay. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. And she looks really weird. Really? Nothing is there? Oh wait. Yay. One Coliseum. Yes, the season pass is $100. And keep in mind, this is season pass 1. There's gonna be a lot more with Dead or Alive.
We settle this.
Like, Dead or Alive 2 on PS2 was one of my favorite games on the system. It really was. It still is. Then Dead or Alive came to Xbox, and I was kind of annoyed because I loved Dead or Alive 2. And you know, there were so many new characters that they implanted in Dead or Alive 3 and 4 that it felt like I missed out on something. Player level. What can you unlock with those things? Right again. Change character. So it felt like I was kind of missing out on a really good fighting game. Now, I'm gonna be honest with this one, and if you guys know me, you know I'm a big pervert. I don't give a shit. What are you saying? Oh man, dude, they probably will release sort of like an ultimate version on the next generation of systems. That is 100% guaranteed to happen. So here's the thing that I don't like about the direction that our life is going. So the guy, Itagi was his name. He was the guy who loves over-sexualizing Dead or Alive females, because Dead or Alive is well known for its over-sexualization of girls, especially gigantic freaking boobs. I like that. I don't give a shit running on things. I like that a lot. I thought it was really cool. It separated the game from other games, and it was a really good fighter. Now, the guy left some years ago, and Tecmo Koei literally basically said, we're gonna change that. We're gonna try and not make the girls overly sexualized. We're trying to make them a little bit more realistic, I guess. And in like Dead or Alive 5, you already, like, they still have the jiggling boobs, but you kind of saw that they were changing some stuff. All of a sudden, you know, boobs were a lot smaller. I'm like, okay. I mean, you know, it's a game, come on. So who gives a shit? I thought it was pretty good. I thought Dead or Alive 5 was a really good game, especially Ps4, where it runs on a solid 1080p, 60 frames. I kind of liked it. You only have a couple of characters? Oh yeah, you have. Lane. But as I mentioned, I like the girls with the overly sized boobs and stuff. And in this game, they totally just changed that. It's like, nope. Kasumi with big boobs never happened. Nope. I'm like, what? I don't like that at all. Because, like, the guys are all good looking, all super tough and stuff. They're basically the same, but the girls are not. I'm like, okay. It's kind of a stupid thing, but in my opinion, it is kind of a part of what makes Dead or Alive. And because like, they still have the costumes, they still have the skimpy gear, they still have the Dead or Alive Extreme version. They're actually making a new one, so they are still basically over-sexualizing the girls, and they're basically still saying like, hey, this game has a lot of good-looking women, but they can't have big boobs. It's fucking stupid, and I don't like it. So in my opinion, and that's my personal opinion, the only difference between Dead or Alive 5 and 6 is maybe 1 or 2 characters at the moment, because they probably will release DLC characters, but at the moment 1 or 2 extra characters, and better graphics. That's it. So if we're just looking at a fighting game, I basically have no interest at all in buying this game. If I want to play Dead or Alive, I pop in Dead or Alive 5. I mean, look at this. They still have all these skimpy, sexy, over-sexualization outfits. But oh no, having big boobs is a bad thing. Like, really? Fucking really? I don't like that at all. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. But I mean, the game does look good. So, yay, I guess. Fighting games in general, lately, like, I don't know why anyone would want to buy a fighting game for 60 bucks. I know that, like, the new Dragon Ball game is really good, and it sold very well, but at the same time, I'm like, why? Why? There's gonna be so much DLC, so many characters gonna be added. There is gonna be like an Ultimate Collection or an Arcade Collection coming out for it. It has all the DLCs. BlazBlue, well, Alpha Fazari, BlazBlue is actually like, I played the first BlazBlue up until the last BlazBlue, and you have to consider that, as I mentioned, BlazBlue was like a new game, right? So it was totally new, it was freaking good, so that was like the reason why people want to play BlazBlue, because it's new, right? Nowadays, there is no... Why would anyone buy the older BlazBlue games when the new ones have like a huge amount of extra characters? You know, they have been updating the game for so long. You know, the last BlazBlue is, I think, Hello Realization, something like that. Or there's a really weird name, long ass name. Hello Realization is, by the way, Sword Art. What the fuck? Is it, no, was it Central Fiction? Something like that. And like that BlazBlue version has so many characters. If you really want to have that game and buy it at for 60 bucks, then you at least will get your money's worth. It's kind of the same as Street Fighter V. Like, I bought that game for way too much money and I was bored with it pretty soon because there were just not many characters to play with. It was not interesting to play. And I truly feel that gaming in general, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. There are a couple of games that are really cool, like Sekiro, Shadow Die Twice looks fucking cool. Days Gone seems to be pretty nice. But in general, gaming is just... As someone who's a collector, as someone who likes like older games, gaming is just getting worse and worse. Yeah, it was like a tag team battle that has only a couple of characters. Well, the thing is, I mean, as I mentioned, there are a lot of good games out there. There are, but like I'm an older gamer. I'm not super old, but just an older gamer. And I grew up with the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and knowing that if you buy a game, that's it, right? The developers finish the game, it's done. Nowadays, developers don't even need to finish a game. They can just say, oh, we're gonna patch the game, who gives a shit? And that's what I mean with gaming is getting worse and worse. Fighting games and shooters are just full of season passes, DLC characters that are extremely overpriced, over fucking priced. A costume shouldn't be in a season pass. A costume should be like 20 cents or something like that. A DLC character should be like €1 or $1, not like $3 or $4, what most DLC characters in a fighting game are. I just don't like it at all. So I'm not saying that this is a bad game. I'm just saying that I probably will pick this game up when it's like $10. I know. That's why I am more interested lately in like bigger exclusives from like Nintendo and Sony, because I know they put out quality, and stuff like Dragon Quest and a lot of indies.
I have no time for it.
That's why I like limited run games a lot, because they release games when they're finished. Like, you know, one of the only fighting games that I think would actually be worth $60 is Tekken 7. Is it Tekken 7? It's Tekken 7. Like, Tekken 7, I borrowed that game when it came out from a colleague of mine, and that game just felt complete. There were so many characters, so many game modes. I really liked Tekken 7. When I played it, I did not feel like I was playing like half a game, or a game that its content was taken out. I felt like Tekken 7 was a complete game, and I know there's DLC, and it just feels like the DLC is made later instead of a huge amount of content being cut off.
I have no time for it.
Funny note, did you know, or do you know, that I'm actually, for my friends, I am probably the best or the second best Dead or Alive player in my friends group. Especially with Christy, I am fucking good. And I was very good at Tekken, but more like in the days of Tekken 3. Like, I don't even know what the money is for. Could you buy, like... Maybe you can buy the characters? I mean, that would make the game a little bit better. Probably not. Rewarded costume pattern parts quantity increased even further. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah. License detail. Wow, okay. I don't want tutorials. Player point. Your fighter. Fight point. Fighter level. Okay. Neo Tengu. Meh. Hey, what's up, Open Alpha? How are you doing? Then you're pretty good, because I do not support season passes. I rarely buy a season pass. I think the last season pass I ever bought was for Sword Art Online. It was like $5. And I loved that game so much that I wanted to, and it has like 3 whole new story modes, so I was like, okay, that's kind of worth my money. But I never buy DLC, I never buy season passes. I just don't know why. Like, no, I don't like that. I actually, well, you know what season pass I do like, or at least the DLC that I liked was for Horizon Zero Dawn, because I absolutely loved that game. And its DLC is worth your money. It really is a lot of content. Same goes with The Witcher. The Witcher has some incredible DLCs, expansion packs. And the only DLC / expansion that I will buy this year is gonna be for Monster Hunter. But besides that, I don't know why I would want to buy any kind of season pass. Not for Spider-Man, not for Days Gone or God of War. I don't give a shit. What the fuck was that? What?
This is Mugen Tenchu.
LOL.
Us. We settle this.
What the fuck is that? Oh, look at their hair. Haha, that's cool.
You will never defeat me.
You will never defeat me. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I did get the season pass for Drive Club because I love that game and it was really cheap, but you know, the thing is, if the game is complete at launch,
Let's start.
like Tekken 7 is, or something like Horizon or The Witcher, I don't mind if they put in DLC, you know, but make it worth your while. Like, a lot of DLCs are like, oh, here, you have a map pack and it's like 20 bucks. You have season passes like this game, like Dinosaur is 9, where you get a couple of extra characters, a couple of extra scenarios, a couple of extra weapons, and that's season pass 1. Then you get season pass 2, season pass 3, and before you know it, you spent 200 bucks on a game, and the only extra thing you got were a couple of characters and a couple of weapons. I'm like, really? And it's kind of the same with this game. Like, it's going to have multiple season passes, and the only thing you are actually getting are maybe 1 or 2 extra characters and a lot of costumes that does not add anything new to the game. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Dead or Alive 6, the game at launch, is a complete game. I mean, it has a lot of characters and whatever, but compared to Dead or Alive 5, it's kind of the same. There's no point for me personally to go and get Dead or Alive 6 because I need to have it because there's nothing new in it. I'll just be playing the same characters with the same moves as I've been playing on Dead or Alive 5. And I played that game on PlayStation 3 and on PlayStation 4. Anthem, I don't even want to talk about that game. You know, it does look good. It does look interesting. I am just not a fan of online only, online required games and that are actually fucking crap. And it needs a shit amount of updates and patches to make it fun or properly work. Like Monster Hunter World also has patches, also has extra content, but the game in itself was a complete game at launch. I'm still playing Monster Hunter World, and you know that Monster Hunter World is going to have a big amount of content, a lot of free content, extra content. There's gonna be G ranks. It's 120 million% going to be ported to next generation. It's something different, but Anthem, like, it's just a broken game launched, but it looks good. Like, almost anyone who defends Anthem is saying, oh, but it looks good, yay. And it's fun for me.
I've given my all.
And that's why, in my opinion, the gaming world in itself is just getting worse and worse. Like, the need to buy a game at launch is just fading away so fast. And even me, the biggest guy who likes physical games, is like, why should I buy a physical game? It's most of them are gonna be patched up and stuff. So I really understand why a lot of gamers are into retro games. They just don't want to have games that are not complete, and again, that is why I like limited run games, because they do release complete games. They did wait for Salt and Sanctuary to have all the updates to release on disc. I think that's why limited run games is going to be very, very popular and very important for gaming, because those are basically the games that are still going to be playable in 10 years or 15 years. Mila, why can't I play you? Why can't I play with you, Mila?
Come on, let's do this!
I've given my all. Let's start.
Get ready, fight!
Yeah, your fists are on fire. You are totally right. Oh, you can actually put in the camera. Okay, hello. Hello, perfect action, even though there's almost nothing to the action around. Oh, you can actually... What the fuck is that? Oh, there's a guy... Holy shit, do you see that? Why there? Like, really? Why? Can you zoom in and out? No, you cannot. You probably can do something with the points in the actual game, I guess. So guys, this was a little glimpse into Alive6. It's not a game that I will be picking up anytime soon, but if you're a fan of fighting games, it does look really good, it plays great, and it has a lot of characters, but as I mentioned, Alive6 has even more characters. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.